Who needs an intro, man, when we got the firm on the scene? You know what I mean? We got the firm on the scene. We don't need no intro. You know what I mean? What intro can do us justice anyway, people? Like, seriously.
The Godfather. We need the Godfather tune.
The Godfather, you know. Yeah, now I'm going to cook something up. I need to cook something
Sopranos
up.
or something.
We deserve. Listen, people in the chat, if any of you are brilliant at intros, you know what I mean? You got to get in touch, man, because I need a serious intro made for this firm. But listen, none of these need the introduction. All the people are here. All the big boys are here. We got so much to talk about. I'm not even going to ask how you lot doing, because like the different facial expressions give it away. But I'm going to start with Lee, man. You've had an interesting week. Another interesting week on social media. What's going on in your life, brother? Talk to me.
Mate, people take it all too seriously, don't they? It's like, imagine getting so triggered by someone you don't know, like that's not actively involved in running anything that gives you joy in life. Right. So with a football manager, you obviously don't know that football manager, yeah, but that football club's supposed to be a bit of joy in our lives, right? People don't know me and they just want to get on my case all the time. Like, it's like, mate, if it bothers you that much, stop watching it. Honestly, like, it's not healthy. So yeah, if it bothers you that much, what I'm saying, just don't bother watching me, innit? But
you'd think that's a simple, like, literally, you've just made it so simple. Like, if you don't like me, if you don't like what I do, if you don't like what I say, if you don't agree with me, honest to God, you're not forced to listen to me or watch me or subscribe or anything, right? It's so simple, but they don't.
Yeah, but Grizz, the amount of people that on the platform I've been banned from say to me, you're so toxic. Every single one of them follows me. So why'd you follow me?
Yeah. Why'd you follow me?
Like, do you know what I mean?
Me and Saeed were talking about
love it deep down, just being able to go, right, I can abuse him today. Yeah, because it gives you a bit of joy in your life because you ain't got any, because our football team's crap. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, literally.
Like, that's all it is. But
before we quickly go on, Jose Castillo. Jose, how do you say this? You're the Spanish
Castillo.
Lives out there. Oh, you're Spanish
Jose
as well
Castillo.
now. Okay. So he's come with a little Spanish there.
Bit of money heist in it. Bit of money heist in that.
It actually depends, because that could potentially be Portuguese, and then it's Jose, not Jose.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
I'd imagine that is.
See what happens when you ask the expert? He gives you a fucking proper lecture on it.
Yeah, you got too giddy. Do
you know what I mean? Listen, Barca fan, wishing a speedy recovery for Aguero.
Yeah,
we absolutely all wish him the best, man. That was pretty scary, harrowing. Steve, did you manage to get see what happened, whatnot?
Yeah, he's been diagnosed with some like heart. A strange rhythm on his heart, obviously, and some people know I've got heart failure. So it happened to me when I was on holiday. I got a virus and it attacked my heart, so it gave me heart failure. So I'm in the heart clinic all the time. So I get what he's saying. I mean, by the sounds of things, he's just got to be careful, because what happened to me was the same, and it takes a while for you to be cleared to do any training. You have to monitor. You have to go and have tests, because if your heart, no doctor will clear you to get your heart rate above a certain level and say you're safe, because you can just go bump and drop. Mark Vivian Foe, people like that. So let's hope it's not as serious as that kind of thing. And like you say, it didn't look good, to be fair. And with your heart, you can't risk it, mate. You just can't risk it. Look at Christian Eriksen. I mean, he got away. Look, he's training, but they won't let him play because they won't give him that pass to play, because they just can't. If anything happens, God forbid, you know what I mean? You're going to get sued to death. So it's
I think someone's mentioned it here. Is it probably this heart rhythm disorder? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why he's had
abnormal heart rate or something like that. It's a bit mad, but
man, it's scary, isn't it? It's scary when you know what? It puts everything into like sort of light of what life's all about. Like these people are the fittest athletes, right? On the pitch, innit, Lee? Like, they're proper. These guys are stamina daddies, man, and everything. And how many incidents has Steve just mentioned? That's three players there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. I'm sure there's loads of others as well, but it's
we had one, didn't we? An ex-player of Arsenal. What's his name? What's the lad's name, man?
For where?
Fabrice Muamba.
Muamba, that's it.
Of course.
Yeah. So there's another one. Like, this is happening more and more, man. But do you think that that's down to how intense they go at it now? Do you think it could be to do with that, or is it just random?
I can't put my head around it. I mean, I don't listen. I could open up a can of worms because these things going on locally around here where in the last.
Are you going to start talking about? Are you going to talk about supplements and that side of things?
No, not even that.
Okay.
I'm talking about there's people close to me in the last few weeks that have dropped dead with cardiac arrest, and their families are saying it's something to do with this second jab. Now don't know, but I'm like,
don't even start me on the jab, mate.
Yeah, you're
I'm off.
Just a quick weird one about it. For 18 months in the COVID, the heart failure team never contacted me once, yeah. And then before that second jab, they phoned me and said, you need to come for an echocardiogram. And then I got a letter, and then I went to see another specialist, and I said to my missus, there's got to be some weird link because they're on me like mad about this second jab. And I went and had the echo, and it was just, listen, it's another show, but I don't know. You just don't know, do you?
No, you don't, man. Yeah, but listen, best wishes definitely, man, to Aguero. Fucking Premier League legend and that, man. But
proper player, man. One of the best strikers I've ever seen.
Oh, mate.
And they got to go through these intense heart tests now.
Tests and everything.
Yeah,
100%.
I think they've got to do them, haven't they?
100%. But listen, let's get into the football, man. And I'm going to start with you, Lee. No. This is it. I want you to smile your way through this analysis of your team today, because you know what I mean. People tuning in to see Lee Gunner, big up Arsenal Football Club.
I'm in the mud, mate. I'm in the mud. Apparently, I'm in
but
the
listen,
mud. We're now sixth.
we done the big six. We done the big six on Thursday. We done our predictions. I don't think one of us. Hold on, Matisse is the only one who said. It was only Matisse, wasn't it, that said Arsenal?
Yeah, only Matisse.
My thing was Arsenal are playing okay, but I think they've run into a Leicester team that's come into form like recently. But you tucked them away, man.
Do you know what's funny is in my preview I predicted 1-1, but then when I see the 11, I looked at their games on the preview. I looked at how many goals they'd been conceding as well. I thought, 1-1. I'll just go 1-1. When I see our starting 11, I was like, okay, it's picked the same team as the Villa game. Yeah, which you don't do. Was that your selection as well? If you was selecting that squad, available squad, I'd put Pepe in over Saka. I think Saka's been poor since February. He doesn't score enough, and it's not just his fault. Yeah, he's a brilliant footballer. Yeah, but this manager's running him into the ground. Like even the week or yesterday, when we played the game, he was brilliant for 20 minutes, but Leicester were all over the place defensively, so he was getting time and space, and he was affecting the game even from kickoff straight away. And then as soon as they regrouped and reformed their defence, he never got a touch. Like, and every time he did, he gave it away. And it was like he stayed on for 80 minutes. Like, you know, and this manager's going to kill him off, man. He really is. He's going to ruin that kid if he keeps playing him and playing him and playing him, because he's played a lot of football in the last 2 years for country as well, club and country. And we've got to not forget, he is only 21. It's like,
yeah.
You know, you're going to run him into the ground by the time he's 24. Do you know what I mean? He already looks knackered.
Don't you think, Lee, that if he drops him for a couple of games and you lose, don't you think the fans will be on him?
That's the problem. That is exactly the problem.
I say this on the Big Six. It's about he can't relax in the job, because he knows that if he makes a tiny mistake, they're on him. And at the minute, it's going well, yeah, but he's still not getting the credit, you know, he probably thinks he deserves. But I just think when you've got Saka and the young kids in, if he drops him and you lose, and you might even not lose because of Saka, you might lose because of an individual error, they're going to blame that he didn't play Saka. So I think it's tough. He is, and I think he's.
But that's the problem he's got now, because Saka's such a good player.
Yeah, and
it's like it's kind of undroppable. I get it, because he can affect games, but if you go on his consistency over the last 9 months or so, and then the amount of game time he's played, it's like, mate, I said to Ola, who I did my watch along with, I said, I'd give him a month off. See you at Christmas, mate. Yeah, come back for December. Yeah, just go and chill for a month. Go and relax. Because we've got to not forget as well, Pepe's going to the AFCON.
Yeah.
So Saka's going to be the only player that's available in that position. Yeah, unless we play Martinelli out there, which we're not going to, because you don't like Martinelli. But we need to give Saka his little rest now. Get Pepe in there for a few games next month or whatever, and then bring him back for December, and then obviously Pepe goes off to the AFCON. In terms of the game, when I see the 11, I was like, right, we're winning this. I predicted 5-0.
Okay, no way.
I said 5. It was only a wind up.
What made you go from 1-1 to 5-0?
No, because every time I predict a 5-0, right? Every time I predict a team to win 5-0, they lose. Right? So I said, 5-0. And I did it 3 times in one weekend.
Lee Gunner, man. He's a madman.
He's too much, isn't it?
Yeah, Lee's a madman.
5-0, but listen, we were brilliant for half an hour. Like really, really good. But as good as we were,
I was going to say, best you've seen you play.
All over the gap.
Best you've seen yourselves play this season. Was that your best performance this season? Considering the opposition and whatnot.
Yeah, I think so, because Tottenham are crap anyway. We know that. Leicester have got a decent midfield. They've got decent strikers. Vardy was anonymous. But this is what we do in games. It's like we did this against Tottenham as well. Tottenham and Leicester were our best 2 performances overall, right? But we're not consistent for 90 minutes. We do it for half an hour and then we sit back. And it's like, that's where a great manager or a top manager goes, right, we'll make a few changes at half time and bang, go and spank them 5. Yeah, instead, we didn't. And like the goalkeeper.
Ramsdale.
Mate, I'm going to say this, yeah? I didn't want him. Yeah, I was like, why are we buying a relegated?
Do you remember, lads, we took a piss on the Big 6.
No, I didn't.
Let's be honest.
I didn't.
No, you did. No, you didn't.
No, honestly,
we all did.
The facts are there. Honestly, I said Ramsdale will do well.
Steve,
if he's watching this,
I can't remember. I said
Ramsdale will do well.
You have to get school fuggery on it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to do some research. Let me just quickly read the super chat because
go on, mate.
Because I don't get many.
GT,
so you know what I mean.
One.
Yeah, that must be one of Lee's people, man. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
big up the type.
With the goalkeeper, like I think he had a bet with his missus or something on how many different styles of kicks he could do in the game. Right? He was doing all the one where he just drop kicked it out of his hands, low fizz, no backlift, straight to a barrier. I was like, "You're taking the piss, mate."
It's exactly the same as Edison. When City, Guardiola, the way we play, everything starts from Edison. If you've got teams that are pressing you high, and Edison can drop that ball like 20 yards.
He got an assist against us, didn't he?
Into there. That is what Arteta's done. Because a lad who I got to the match said to me, that's a weird one, Ramsdale. I went, what do you mean? He went, that Bern Leno's a good keeper. And I said, he's brought that Ramsdale in because he's different on the floor. And I said, and he's going to change his system and he's going to play different. And then you've seen it. I mean, that Ramsdale, they take the piss out of him because he played for Sheffield United and Bournemouth and all that. But them teams, he was wasted there because he's like Edison. Edison's not the best goalkeeper to do goalkeeper things, but he's basically a midfielder playing as a goalkeeper. And if you want to start your attacks and if you want to get assists from a goalkeeper and that, Edison's one of a kind. And that Ramsdale, he's kicking range. He's mad. I've seen Edison do the same thing you're talking about, Lee. Spin a mad kick and it'll fly like 7-8
it's like
off
a
the
dart
ground and just go right to a player and you think, wow.
I've said it to Liverpool people.
When Edison set up Sterling in the last minute, he launched it the full length of the pitch. It landed right on Sterling's chest in the box, and then he scored, and that got us a
and
win.
Gundogan. And Gundogan, remember the Gundogan one as well.
Didn't he get an assist? He got an assist against us as well. I can't remember what goal it was.
Against
it might have been an Aguero goal.
Cup final.
Yes, it was.
Aguero chipped the keeper. Yeah, it's mad.
Even when Liverpool fans talk to me about Alisson, and I genuinely believe Alisson is a better goalkeeper overall, but Edison is on a different level to anyone technically with that ball. It's fucking.
You only have to watch Edison, Grizz, in the warm up. He gets another one of the.
It's beautiful to watch. I'm telling you, I love it. It's poetry.
He fires it all over.
It's like it's like. Do you remember? It's like watching a golfer, a skilled golfer.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the way.
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is with this goalkeeper we've got and Edison? They're better midfielders than Granit Xhaka, bruv. This is why we brought Granit Xhaka to ping balls left, right, and centre. Do you know what I mean? But honestly, all jokes aside, he was unbelievable, and he's been, since we've signed that player, he has been our player of the season so far, right? Even the error that he made with one of his kicks, he made an unbelievable save from Iniacho. So he redeemed himself. He was flawless, man. 10 out of 10 performance. Like, I don't give 10s often. That was a 10, man. The save he made from Maddison was probably save of the season so far. But it was so good because it weren't just that. It was the follow-up as well on Johnny Evans. And then Thomas Partey cleared it off the line. But he's so calm on the ball. And the one thing I like about him, and listen, I'm not gonna go over the top and say I've changed my opinion and all of this, because I see us put Leno in goal after Petr Cech was nearly scoring own goals, passing around the back. And Leno took us up a level from Petr Cech. Leno's a dog shit goalkeeper. I've said this for time, So he's now in the mud because he's down here punching everything in the goal. So this goalkeeper's come in and done what Leno did to Petr Cech. So I'm going to hold back a little bit on it. But so far, what I've seen, he's been fucking brilliant. Absolutely.
It might be England's number one now. You know what I mean? The way he's going, he might be playing.
I honestly think he's way better than Pickford. I don't rate. I'm not saying it from a Liverpool. I don't know about you guys. I might be biased because I'm a Liverpool fan and he's an Everton keeper. But is Pickford? No, but is Pickford good? People, like, am I missing something?
He's England good.
He's better for England.
Better for England, yeah.
Same as Saka. They're better for England. Why is that? Because they've got better players around them.
I think Ramsdale's looking good, man. Like, I get that.
He's been brilliant. Gabriel. Since Gabriel's been back in the team, he's been unbelievably good, man. Like, it's no coincidence that when he's in the team, we keep clean sheets.
That's even
the kind of love from Australia. Yes, his favorite Liverpool fan. Top 3 clean sheets: Mendy, Edison, Ramsdale. Most saves: Mendy, Ramsdale, and Grizz. I know you're secretly an Arsenal fan.
He's got Matt Ryan in the Arsenal shirt as well. Good lad. We should have kept him as well. We could have binned Leno off and had him in the team.
What happened with him though? He came in and then he just went out.
Who?
That Matt Ryan. It was a weird one, isn't it? Like,
do you know what? He's a very good goalkeeper, Matt Ryan, and he's an Arsenal fan.
Brighton,
so he'd get it, and he was free, and we went, "Now we don't want you, mate." And it's like, but this is what I find funny, and this is why our fans get on my case a lot, right? Because for 13 months they've been telling me Leno's better than Martinez. Now this guy's coming, all of a sudden Leno's irrelevant, and it's like, come on, like seriously, it's like, is this goalkeeper better than Leno? Yeah, 100% he's better, because when people say, "Oh, he's a good shot stopper," well, that's his job, to stop shots. So I don't have that. You're supposed to stop the ball going in. The way we want to play, so far so good, man. He's been superb. Gabriel's been brilliant. Smith Rowe got another goal, 2 in 2 games in all comps.
Who was your man of the match?
Oh, the goalkeeper, 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, massively. He saved him the game, because when you look at it, if that goal went in at 2-1, it's a whole different game, isn't it?
Exactly.
So
but the only thing I'll say, and I said this with
people were saying he wasn't in the corner, no?
Come on, don't be daft, man. That was a bad save. The only thing I'll say is, when our goalkeeper has been one of our best players for the last 4 or 5 games, that can't be sustained. No. Because that means you're under pressure, shot after shot after shot coming at you. He made 8 or 9 saves in that game. On another day, that's 3-4 goals going in. The one Harvey Barnes played really well when he came on, by the way. He was fucking all over Tomiyasu.
I love Harvey Barnes.
He's a quality player, man. But there was one where the goalkeeper actually dived and Harvey Barnes could have just scooped it round him and tapped it left foot straight in. If that's Salah, it's a goal. And it's like Harvey Barnes, inexperienced in comparison to some better players in them positions. On another day, it could have got sticky, but the goalkeeper made literally flawless. Unbelievable.
Can I ask a question, Lee? You know this kind of it's a weird run with Arsenal, but it feels like with us, because we do this yo-yo. We get a bit gassed, and then I've always said, like, come at me.
You can't say that about Lee. Lee don't go yo-yo. No. Lee's stuck to his
Lee. Yeah, Lee's
we want him to. We're trying to
out here suing in car parks. And
no, I'm not suing car parks.
Can we play you every week?
Listen, we get gas, but the thing is, right? Arsenal are not in a decent form, but like, are you dismissing like top 4 or top anything at the minute, or
no?
You just, like,
I'm glad you've asked me this, right? I'm glad you've asked me this, because all summer I have sat on my channel and all of this season and said, with a top manager, we get top 4 this season, right? And that's because you lot ain't great. Tottenham are shit. Other than that, Leicester have fallen off a little bit, and they've got European commitments as well. West Ham are kind of just plodding along at the minute. They're very good at the minute.
But they're not plodding.
Look at their squad, their overall squad. If they lose Declan Rice, or Zuma,
Antonio.
for example, they're done. Yeah, they'll just start dropping. But at the moment, they're doing good. So I was like, top four's there. I don't think this manager's getting us top four. I don't think we're getting top six. I still don't. And this is the problem that our fan base has. We go on a little run, and there's people out here saying we can win the league, and that Ramsdale's the best keeper in the league, and Gabriel's the best centre back, and Smith Rowe's the best. And it's like, I know people get excited, Grizz, yeah, and they're happy. And I was happy that we won, yeah. And I was happy with some of the performances, but I'm realistic. I've seen us rinse and repeat this crap for 15 years, right? And I said this tonight before we came on here on my channel, right? That if you get top four, but then you don't win the Champions League, it was all fucking irrelevant. So what was the point? Yeah, what's the point? If you ain't going to win the league and then you qualify for a European competition, but you don't go and win it, it was irrelevant then, wasn't it?
But you want to see progress. And look, at the moment, as a neutral, well, people will say I'm undercover.
Yeah, you're an Arsenal fan, mate.
Yeah, but but seriously, generally looking over it, right? And come on, man, we talk every week about this, so you know.
Yeah, of course.
I have seen. I think there is progress. It's slow. It may not be at the speed. It may not be sustainable. I don't know. None of us know. I mean, we definitely don't. Only the true, real Arsenal fans that watch a week in.
Yeah, they'll know more.
They'll know more. But to us, it looks a little bit rosy. But look, I think that was a tremendous win. You know, no one, not many people. Even Matisse only predicted that to be different. Tried to do tactical points in that competition. Like he didn't believe it. But fair play.
But it wouldn't be surprising if Arsenal go lose to Watford, and then.
But we've been saying that. Yeah, but we've been saying that. We've been saying that for a number of games now.
Like but that's a killer moment, though.
Since they beat Spurs, we said. Since they beat Spurs, we said, it will be just like them to go and lose their next 2-3.
The only thing, though, Grizz, right, is if Gabriel gets injured, then we're back to Pablo Marie or Rob Holding in there.
Yeah, but your squad isn't
and
there.
That's how fine a margin it is for us.
Yeah. And your midfield.
Like, and our midfield, listen, let's be real with it, right? Thomas Partey, if he gets injured, then what? We've got Odegaard next to Lokonga or El Neni. Yeah, and it's like then if Smith Rowe gets injured, Martin Odegaard, shit. I've been telling everyone, Gibraltar guard, stat padded against Gibraltar, and everyone had a fucking love fest over him. He's dog shit. When he came on, he was dog shit as well. Like literally, like Aubameyang looked at him. He tried to volley this ball, right? He had nobody around him in the centre circle. He could have run 30 yards up the pitch on a breakaway, and Abba would have styled his run differently. Instead, Aubameyang's gone to make a move, and he just tried to volley it. And Aubameyang looked at him and was like, "The fuck are you doing?"
Yeah,
like he's shit. But this is the problem. We have got such a fine margin with it because for me, we misspent our money. We didn't need to go and buy Ben White. We've got Saliba. We could have brought Doozy back, who's balling out in France, by the way. You know, and that would have saved a lot of money, 50 million quid straight away. You know, we could have used that money on something in midfield or somewhere up front. Lacazette's been brilliant last couple of games, but again, is he going to be here in January? He's out of contract in the summer. We might flog him. So all of this is on a little knife edge, and that's why I don't get carried away. Because unless we win the league, which is why we smashed our stadium down, anything else is failure to me. They've been telling me for 15 years we're competing for title. We'll compete for one then.
Listen, Mohammed says I've missed out his super chat. Mohammed, just put it as a normal comment. I'll put it up. I'm so sorry if I did. I don't think I did.
But it was about the shiny head. Do you remember the shiny head one? Steve's shiny head.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Maybe that's
why it's above my head. So you know what I mean?
I know.
We'll come to Mr. Shiny Head now anyway, because Mr. Shiny Head wasn't a happy man. He didn't reply to my text WhatsApps for about 24 hours, but I know how he felt kind of as well. So yeah, man, without doubt, the shock of the weekend. Without doubt, I don't care what anyone says.
I said 5.
Even though Palace have got some fucking weird record in it, Steve. Like, how the fuck does it happen?
Listen, yesterday, first of all, I'm bigging up Crystal Palace because they deserve to win. So it wasn't. I'm not going to sit here and say, "Oh, we only had 10 men," or this happened. Listen, at the end of the day, Palace deserved to win. We had a great side out, right? We started off great, knocking the ball around. They were dug deep. They was never coming out. Then we made a mistake, Zaha runs through, and if he hits that shot clean, Edison saves it. He scuffed it into the ground. It bobbled mad, went over Edison's hand in. So then the 1-0. So then they're thinking, you know what? We've got something to hold on here. So that made it worse then because they were even deeper. So they're digging deep. They're in the trenches. They're working hard for each other. Vieira's got them set up really well. You know what I mean? Working well for each other. There are a lot of big lads. They were rattling a few of our lot. We were making it look pretty. And I wasn't at 1-0 down. I'm thinking, we'll bounce these. We'll just get through. You know what I mean? And then the Laporte madness. Now, look, he's 40 yards from goal. Laporte pulls him down. He gives him a straight red and says it's a goal-scoring offence. Now, I mean, 9 times out of 10, that's a yellow card because how far away from it is. So he gives him a red, fair enough. That made it even worse then. But we were still on him. We're still on him like mad, trying to play. They were digging deep. We scored a goal. VAR ruled it out. Fair it was offside. But we were looked, like I've said before, when we're beating these teams 5-0, everybody goes, we don't need a striker winning 5-0. That's fine. But yesterday's game and the Southampton game was a prime example of that. When sometimes you want to go and get a result, you have to go back to basics. It can't always be the Guardiola pretty football like we like to see. Sometimes you've got to knock it long, or sometimes you've got to get it down the wing and whiz it in. Yesterday, we were firing crosses across the box. They were going out for throw-ins at the other side. There was no one in the box. Foden was supposed to play a 9, but because we were frustrated and not scoring or getting near the box, he's coming deep. So we literally had no striker. De Bruyne was playing right wing back at one point, which was mad. And then he brings on he brings on Sterling and Mahrez, but you're just replacing like for like. So basically, I'll tell you how this went from City yesterday. Yeah, it went from Rodri to Grealish, back to Rodri, back to Grealish. Then Bernardo overlapped Grealish, passed it to Bernardo. He fizzed it right across the goal to the other side, to Jesus. Jesus passed it to De Bruyne, back to Jesus. Then he fizzed it back over to Grealish. And that's what it was. So we were basically playing around the edge of the box. Whereas if you've got a striker, like a gunman, you just look for that little striker run. But none of ours do that. You know what I mean? So against the teams like Bruges and even Arsenal certain effects, we got away with it because they came a little bit and we played through them. But Palace thought, nah, fuck you. We're 1-0 up. You've got 10 men. If you want to get through us, get through us. And then what we did is we put the kitchen sink at them, and they brought that Elise on, who's a good player this time from Reading.
He's a top player, him.
Caught us on the break, but they nearly caught us on the break before that. They went 3 against 1 and missed. Then they went 3 against 2 again. Then they scored. And then I'm saying that's what you get. We've got to throw the kitchen sink at them. But when it comes to trying to break down a team, I always say it's like they've got a big padlock and you haven't got the key. You're rattling around with it for ages, but you haven't got the key to unlock it. And we didn't. Against Southampton, we didn't. And against them, we didn't. And this is the downfall. Over the years, we've had people like Edin Dzeko, who we can bring off the bench.
Sorry to cut you off, Steve. Do you think he'll go back in for Kane in January? Because I still think you've got the best squad in the league, right? But you clearly missed that man to change a game. Like, Jesus is good. He's a good player. Technically, he's brilliant, right? But when you're playing a team like Palace and you need a goal and they're parking the bus, you need a target man in there. Somebody can win a header. Somebody like a Giroud. We
were putting crosses in, Lee, yesterday, right? Unbelievable crosses. There's nobody there. There's no point. It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
And then the fans are getting on the case of like Grealish and stuff. Oh, he should be doing this. He should be doing that. Listen, Pep Guardiola is a genius, but all geniuses are flawed. And his flaw is stubbornness. And he's stubborn. Yeah. And he thinks he can win the league with a false 9. That's fine. Last season, he proved it. But this season, people aren't stupid. People are revolving against it. And
Chelsea.
We just need... But the thing is with City, they won't go out. Say there's someone available for cheap who's like 30-odd. And you think, we'll get him just to get us through the end of the season. Guardiola won't do that. He will rather wait till the summer to get Haaland or someone like that. It's weird. I mean, but
you know what, Steve? I was going to ask you there, Steve. You know, it's mad, the curse. You know, when the reporter asked Guardiola, about striking, and Guardiola said, "I bet you'll ask me when we start losing games." And now, since then, you lost in the Carabao Cup and you lost to Crystal Palace, and then you got United in the next game. It's crazy how that guy almost like put a curse on you. Like it's mad, isn't it? Like, it's crazy. I just think it's mad.
People break it down, yeah.
Yeah.
We've lost once in 5 years in the Carabao Cup, And people were in my
Yeah.
DMs going, you've lost it. I was like, are you
I
fucking
sent them
mad?
there,
We've
man.
won
I
it
sent
4
them.
years on the trot. You mad?
I sent them.
I sent them there, man.
You've actually won the League Cup as a club, double the amount that Arsenal have.
Right, and listen,
in the last 4 years. We've won it twice in our history.
We've lost to Palace, and we deserve to lose to Palace. You ain't going to get no complaints from me. But what I'm saying is now, it's how we bounce back. We've done this before. We lost to Tottenham. Last season, we lost to Tottenham and Leicester and went 22 games. You know what I mean? So, listen, this week, it's dangerous for Man United to be playing us now. After that, that's the worst thing that could have happened.
I don't want to be playing City. I'm telling you.
You think you've turned the corner? Listen, the City.
No. Hold on a minute. Let me stop you there. We haven't turned no corner.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that. Calma.
Stop you there, Steve. There's no corner.
No, listen, from a Man City point of view, we wasn't at the races. It's happened. We've won the league before, and Palace have come there and destroyed us. And these freak results happen. And then I'm looking at my phone, and Liverpool, they're 2-0 up. Then it's 2-2. I'm thinking, fucking hell, they've slipped up there, but at least they got a point. This is what I'm saying. A point. Grizz, you know for a fact in the title run, them games happen. But if you get something out of it, at the end of the season, you've got a chance. We done it once against Sunderland. We were 1-0 down or 2-1 down years ago. And I thought we need something, and we got a point. Sami Nasri scored. And the point proved great at the end of the season.
Look at the goal that Vincent Kompany pinged in the top corner. Yeah, exactly. That game, you were never going to win that game unless nobody was on it that day. Kompany slapped one straight in the top corner.
But Steve, I want to ask you one thing before we move on from City, because I know you probably don't want to chat about them too much. And it's true though, isn't it? Like when you're in that, when you've had a result like that, you think shocking. But I spoke to you at the start of the season when you signed Grealish, and Saeed will remember, Toby will remember, but he's not here at the moment. He's fucking gone to get his Uber delivery. Do you remember we discussed Grealish and how he's going to fit in the style of play alongside De Bruyne and the rest of the midfielders who all like hogging the ball? You know what I mean when I say hog the ball?
Yeah.
Like they're the chief playmakers, right? De Bruyne is the chief playmaker. Or when Silva's playing, he likes to be the chief playmaker. Now you've got literally 3, even Gundogan as well. You've got a lot of players who want the ball to their feet, not enough running in behind. And I think that's what you was alluding to.
That's a good point.
Because you've always had Sane, Mahrez, Sterling. These mans love running in behind. Now you've got all technical ballers, all in the mold of what Pep Guardiola fucking loves.
Yesterday, we couldn't pass 4 yards. De Bruyne went to pass to someone 4 yards away, and it went out for a throw-in. De Bruyne,
he's been crap this season, though.
Saka, before
he's finished, isn't it?
Kevin De Bruyne.
He's not finished, you joker.
Listen, Kevin De Bruyne's tired, right? And for me, either Gundogan comes in, give him a rest, or put Grealish in the middle and put Foden back out wide or whatever, Sterling out wide, whatever, but give De Bruyne a rest. He's totally looks tired. Little things that he does naturally where you don't even have to think about them, they ain't coming off. One-touch balls, little flicks inside. They're going out for throw-ins and stuff. And
he's been like that since the Euros, though, isn't he?
I don't think he said he had an injection in the Euros to make him play that. Was it the semi or whatever they got to? He had to play that game, and he said if he knew now the reaction he had to it, he wouldn't have took the injection. Now, to me, that rang alarm bells. I'm thinking, A, why is he taking fucking injections? And B, it's obviously masking some sort of injury to get through it, and he's probably made it worse. But if you look at Kevin De Bruyne, this season, he's not been the same.
We had a bet, me and Steve, who would have a better season. And to be honest with you, I think nobody's going to any meal, mate, because they're both.
To be honest, you was 4 assists up and about.
Remind us, what was it?
So I said Pogba will have a better season than De Bruyne. But bloody Pogba's not playing anymore. You know what I mean? So I might win this early on. So but De Bruyne's not playing as well. So I guess nobody's going to gauchos, innit? You know what I mean?
No.
AFC Max is sponsoring my show now, man.
Big up to Max, man. I see your last comment. Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Grizz, I was so disappointed with LFC against Brighton. The first goal was just a bit of genius. Fantastic goal by Webpo, but second goal was avoidable. We're going to come on to Liverpool, man, and I'll give my opinion on how the game went and what I thought. But it's only fair, man. We go to Saeed after a Man City loss. Well, actually, we need to welcome. We need to welcome someone who's probably made a couple.
But
guys, do you remember he made that video and we took the living piss out of him.
Yo, that's true, you know.
Wait, could this be the biggest? You know, Lee, you was talking about that video where the Undertaker like rises back.
Yeah.
Could this be Toby? You know, Toby, take it away, brother. Take it away.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
Why'd you say
Bloody
that?
hell, man. Why are you so negative?
Yeah,
here,
why
man?
are you saying that?
You know what's a pet peeve of mine? Yeah, I'll say it anywhere, any platform. A pet peeve of mine is when people start stating hard facts is negative. Antonio Conte is.
There's no hard facts. How's that a fact? That Antonio
what
Conte
do
is not coming.
No.
Antonio.
This could be coming.
Antonio.
Antonio.
I'm on it. You singing that still? Anyway,
listen,
At least he
we're talking about
stays
Tottenham.
till the end of the game when his team's getting battered, mate.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
yeah, I was
saying.
there though. I was there yesterday. I was
But
there
let
yesterday.
him have his say. Let him have his say.
Me,
Let him have his
81
say.
minutes. I left because I need to get home, mate.
Let him have his say. Let him have his say.
Would you
Well,
leave the end of a
see,
film
it's
before
done.
it ends?
The game's done.
You're a
But
joker,
talk
man, I swear.
to us, Toby, with the news today that's coming out of Spurs. Pretty much he's gone. How you feel? What you feel? I don't say you're
How you
emotionless.
feel?
You know, no, you can't be emotionless because you called for this.
No. It's not.
But I know you called for an overall bigger picture as well. So yeah, have your say.
But I'm not even saying I'm emotional. I'm saying it's deserved. It's deserved. Like yesterday, I've said it on all I've tried to be as diplomatic as possible because everyone got on to me saying, "Oh, you hounded out Jose. You didn't give him a chance." I didn't give him a chance because I knew he wasn't the right fit for Spurs. Same way I knew Nuno wasn't the right fit, but I was told I'm negative. I'm trying to give these guys a chance, but when you can see that the club want one thing, but they say something different, they hire a manager to do something different, it's not going to work. And most importantly, the squad that this guy's managing was trash, and it is still trash. Whoever Mike's is right. Tobes, are you very Phil? I'm Phil.
I'm very Phil.
What's my man's name?
I'm Phil.
Yusik. I'm Phil. I'm very
Toby, let me ask you this, right? You just said the squad's trash, yeah?
It is.
If the squad's trash, then why don't you let Nuno be the guy to make it less trash?
Because
Why
he's
do
not good enough.
He's had 10 league games and you're sacking him already.
Lee. What did he do? What did he do? What did he do in his?
It's not his fault Harry Kane's down tools, mate.
You're right. It's not his fault. But what I'm asking you is, what did he do in his Wolves stint as a manager to make you believe he's the guy to make a group of shit players play better than they are?
So what made you think that Jose, what he did in his stint as manager, weren't the guy then?
Why didn't I think Jose was the guy? Because he's a transition.
He's won more trophies than your club, and yet you wanted him gone.
Put your thing on slow mode because these spammers are just going mad.
Oh
right
man,
now.
I've got bare mods in there, man. Do you think?
Yeah. Fuck that, man.
Ignore them. Yeah.
So the reason why Jose wasn't the right fit is because he goes against everything we're trying to go towards. Like, he's not a manager. Jose Mourinho has never been a manager to work with shit players and make them better. Jose Mourinho has never been a manager to work on a shoestring budget. Jose Mourinho has never been a manager to make shit inconsistent players into world beaters. This isn't his MO. His MO is finished article players, tons of funding. Let me get from point B to point A, not from point D to point B. That's never been his MO. So again, and I'm not blaming Jose for this, even though indirectly I am, because he did a shit job at Spurs. But in the end of the day, he was hired to do a job that he wasn't really capable of doing. Same way Nuno was hired to do a job that he wasn't capable of doing. They've never been these type of managers. So why are we hiring them and trying to fit them into roles that these guys aren't capable of doing? So again, the blame goes back to the ownership, and the ultimate direction of the club is in disarray. It's in disarray. They say one thing, they do another. They say one thing, they hire a manager to do a different thing. They say they want to play on the front foot, but they hire a counter-attacking manager. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. What?
You're gonna have to address this.
Don't
From
say you
AFC
didn't
next
want
game.
Jose because Lee wanted. I'm sorry. Lee Saeed is what? I don't know what this means. I'm joking. Saeed is still people. Is people still coming up the street? Yeah. Don't say
now they stopped now, but yeah.
Have they calmed down? But now what happens? But Tobes, now what happens? So obviously your man's gone. Like, now what happens? Because who's out there the rumors are that you're still going to try, or you're making a concerted effort to get Conte, and maybe because they see Conte, if going to United, and you can't let that happen. I don't know. This is intriguing. Like from the outside, I don't know which direction you're going to go. You're not going to go back to the likes of Fonseca and whatnot, are you?
They could,
obviously.
The club definitely, Grizz, never put anything past this club's reach when it comes to incompetence. Never put anything.
Oh yeah. You made Man United look like fucking decent team again. So
never
fuck
put
that.
never,
Yeah, I've had it. Yeah, your club.
Yeah.
The club could very well go back to Fonseca with their tails beneath their legs and saying, "Yeah, let me take you back." Like there is every possibility that could happen because they don't know what they're doing.
Bruce is available, mate.
To do what?
Well, he's available.
Apparently.
Yeah, but I'm asking you to do what? What's he gonna do?
Well, listen, your club's a joke anyway. So, like, I genuinely don't know what you lot want as a fan base.
I bet they get Eddie Howe, man. Eddie Howe.
Yeah, or Potter. They go and get Potter because I don't know what you lot want. You lot fucking think
I want your twin brother
that want to play sexy football.
I want your twin brother.
Yeah, I know you want Potter, and you've said that for a long time, right? But at the same time, do you genuinely think that Potter's going to come in and win you a trophy, like quick within the next couple of years? Because your team is shit, mate. Yeah, let's have that right. Your team is crap, right? Yeah. Harry Kane's down tools. Son looks a shadow of the player he used to be, having signed a new deal. And Ndombele is a baller, but gets like he's in and out of games. 1 week he's amazing, next he's dropping a 3 out of 10. Yeah. You've got a quality defender in Romero, but then the rest of the defense is pretty shit. Your goalkeeper's bang average. Yeah, he couldn't catch COVID. That's like genuinely, he's shit. Yeah,
Lloris is a top goalkeeper.
Nah, not for me. Not for me.
What, is Ramsdale better?
Did I say that?
I was asking you a question.
I try putting words in my mouth.
I'm asking you a question.
But no, if you look at your team's crap, right? You've got Bergwijn, who scored 1 goal in about 50 or 60 games. You've got Lucas Moura, who's just fucking. He's basically just a fucking a Poundland, or he's what if you go on Wish and order Neymar, Lucas Moura turns up. Yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? He's fucking useless, and it's like
you played all right yesterday, though.
That Potter's going to come in and suddenly turn you into a real attacking team that's going to do this and do. Mate, your best opportunity to win something, which is what the game's all about, winning. Yeah, was Jose Mourinho, and you potted him.
But can I say one thing before you go on, Lee? All right, you've just dissed his club, his players, and everything, right? But I'm going to ask you now, right? What would you do then in that case? Like you're saying, fuck.
I wouldn't have sacked Jose Grizz.
Yeah, but they've done that now. So which direction do they go now?
Sack him before the final.
Yeah, but which direction do they go now, though? Like in your opinion, then. Because there must be a direction they have to take. Because you're saying lock your gates, close up, go home.
Chris, run that
if Conte's available, go.
They're on that merry-go-round if they're going to replace, start again, replace, start again, replace. That's just going to be it for the next foreseeable. Did you see the Spurs fans after the game doing the fucking okey cokey in the hospitality? Videos, mate. I've got the videos on my phone. I'm going to put them. That was a joke. They were doing the okey cokey. So all sat on the floor going, oops, side your hair. They say, they've just been fucking levered. The Man United mobs outside the ground all marching down Tottenham High Road, ballooning, swinging in the fucking kebab shops, and they're all doing oops, side your hair. They say, oops, upside your hair.
Let me tell you, yeah, but Steve, let me tell you this.
We need to find out what they do on their ground.
Let Toby land,
man.
Let me
tell you this for free. As someone who's actually at the game and someone who actually considers themselves like, I would say I'm a level-headed Spurs fan. Yeah, those guys are clowns. Yeah, the people that you saw in those videos are absolute clowns, and they do not. I promise you, they do not represent the majority of the fan base, because the majority of the fan base, you if you're watching the game, you heard the boos. You heard the boos at halftime. You heard
Lucas coming off.
Against Lucas coming off, you heard the boos at full time. Those guys in the hospitality, they do not represent the fan base. Every single person I spoke to on the way back from that game was saying Nuno has to go. Yeah, the majority do not represent those guys doing all that bullshit in the hospitality. What kind of nonsense is that? You've literally just been pounded 3-0 at home to a
they're not fans though. They're not Tottenham fans though.
bro, they are Tottenham fans, but they're not serious. They're clearly not serious Tottenham fans.
It's just
but it
corporate.
could be.
It's like just go and have some dinner in the posh
It's
seats.
clearly
That's
not,
all it is.
But I think it
how
was.
how can you be pounded 3-0 and that's what you're doing at full time?
Yeah,
Wait,
but
I was
think it's
doing
a
that
thing-
when Man City spanked 5 past us, mate. I was thinking he's getting sacked.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But sometimes you do. Sometimes you do that shit just to get your mind off things.
No.
Just a quick question for you all. Quick answer. Michael Johnson puts in a super chat. Thank you. Champions League winners this season. All Premier League final, in my opinion. Again, it very well could be right. One by one. Do you guys think that? It's without doubt, it's the strongest league, right, in Europe.
Yeah, it could happen. It could happen.
Strongest league, yeah, but it's all about.
Yeah.
If Bayern can keep all their players fit, I see no reason why they can't be in the final.
And guys, are you happy with these titles and tags? Imran says, "What an assemble cast." Al Capone, Steve.
Yeah.
Take that.
Man calling me
Biggie
Tyrese.
Said, Tyrus, Gibson, Tobes, Don Collier, Grizz, and Henry Hill Lee. You guys happy with that?
Listen, man.
Yeah, I'm happy.
The audience can
The
decide.
legend.
Wait, listen. People in the chat, if there's a genius out there, I want these people. I want these figures on our on the intro. Like, you know what I mean? Like Photoshop these people on our.
I want a sharp suit and a Tommy gun. Yeah.
Steve was telling us about those type in the United and City end, so we want to be careful, mate.
I know,
Steve knows some heavies, but listen, Tobes, man, I wish you the best of luck, man. I think your club, that was the fucking pits the other day, like yesterday. Was the worst. So me and because Steve spent all week convincing me we're gonna batter the shit out of United because they're that crap, right? And then Saeed was saying, the only slight light at the end of the tunnel was we're playing Spurs. Saeed, was you guys any good, or was Spurs that shit?
I think, you know what, yeah? Listen, as much as I kind of despise Ollie, you know what I mean? I'm still going to say it. Tottenham were dreadful. And I mean, every single goal was a mistake. Even the Davies one, because he wasn't aware of his kind of surroundings. You know what I mean? The one where I think is it Skip makes a mistake. You know, for me, it was terrible. Tottenham are absolutely dreadful, mate. And do you know what it is, yeah? I just feel like there's no plan with Nuno. He's trying to play, I don't know what his kind of style of play is. He took off Moro. I was shocked at that, to be honest with you, because I thought he was the one that was kind of working hard in terms of giving them an outlet on the right side. We just got good players, mate. We had in 3 moments, 3 goals. And honestly, guys, I'm not even kidding you. And it's not even that with an agenda. And you can come at me if you say that's an agenda, but we had 3 chances, 3 goals. And when you've got Ronaldo, and everyone says Ronaldo's a problem and all that, yeah. When you've got Ronaldo, for me, that finish is deadly. It's one of the best strikes you'll ever see in terms of natural finishes. I almost reminded me, you know that Robbie Van Persie?
Yeah.
You know how that kind of goal on the right
that?
side of Ronaldo. Then you've got Cavani. For me, he's a warrior. For me, I love Cavani. He's a warrior. He gets his goal. And then Rashford just damaged limitations. But for me, this whole kind of masterclass and all that 5 at the back, you get me, he was protecting his job. And people can say, well, he should do. But at the end of the day, he's going back off his philosophy of DNA in terms of Man United tradition, in terms of 4-2-3-1. We went from 4-3-3, that was a plan at the start of the season, to 4-2-3-1, to now 5 at the back, which I don't understand what's the kind of method and plan. But I think he'll stick with this now because it's safe. He knows what he's getting, so he'll stick with it. But then where's the future of all the other players?
Do you know what, Saeed? Yeah. I think you look better. Cavani, Ronaldo up top looks better to me. I think Cavani brings that energy and work rate.
Been saying it for ages, Steve.
I just think that was set up was better to me. I'd rather you play that how you've been playing and put Ronaldo in the middle and have 2 wide men, because I don't think that works. But what happened with on yesterday, I just thought Cavani. And I mean, if you think how Cavani was playing towards the end of last season, the guy was in good form. And the thing is with him, he always puts a shift in and he leads by example. And another thing yesterday, what was good to see, they took Ronaldo off. He wasn't scared of taking him off.
Yeah.
They took him off.
But is it sustainable?
Took him off.
That's the problem. Is it sustainable?
Just one quick one, just very quickly before we go back 5K, to Saeed.
Man.
Thank you very much. Yeah, man. Couldn't have done it without you people, man. And this is not the 44-minute clap. That's for the big 6 only. This is for the 5K in case people get mixed up. But just quickly, we're going back to Saeed. Just very quickly, someone mentioned in the chat, Tobes, would you take Ten Hag? Tobes gone off.
No,
Would
I'm
you
here.
take Ten Hag?
Of course I would. I
course,
wanted
man.
Ten Hag in the summer. I wanted
Okay.
Ten Hag in the summer.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that's your
Ten Hag's
man.
Ten Hag's got bigger ambitions
Well,
than
I would
Tottenham.
love Ten Hag, but I don't know if at this point in time we can go out and grab Ten Hag. I think he even apparently he turned down Spurs in the summer as well. So the problem is this job is a poison chalice right now, and we are in a situation.
But Graham Potter would take it though. I think.
Oh, he's class.
I don't know if he would, but I just think we're in a position now where we can't continue with our current manager. He shouldn't have got the job in the first place. And honestly, the game yesterday was the final straw. Like,
do you know who I think Tottenham should get? Seriously, no piss take. They should be on the phone with a big Worcester money to Roberto Mancini and saying, "Come in this club, and come in this club. There's the amount of money you want." And rattle the fucking foundations of this place, because that's what City was like. We needed that. We were classed as this team that had mercenaries and all that, and they brought Mancini in, and he upset everyone, from the cleaning lady to the guy that delivers the milk to Balotelli to everyone. He upset them all. But you know what? We got results out of it, and he changed the mentality of the home club because he's a winner. And Mancini, no matter what he costs, I think Spurs could get him. I'd go and get Mancini.
Yeah. I don't think we can. I would 100% co-sign us trying to get him, but I don't think we can get him. I don't see why he would come to Tottenham right now. I don't get it. We're not in the Champions League. We're not even in the Europa League. We won't give him funds. The squad is at an all-time low as far as any progress we've had over the past year, over the past 4 or 5 years is concerned. I don't see where the incentive here is for Mancini to come to work for Spurs.
Could you see Graham Potter coming in Spurs, rattling it all up a little bit? Mourinho came in and just drowned everyone because everyone was like, fucking hell, sick of this dude. Mancini does it in a different way. Mancini demands a certain level of respect, and you know what I mean? He's got that charisma about him, and with City, when he came in, he was like a breath of fresh air. Near the end of his tenure, he did go a little bit stale, but City knew when the right time was to cut him, so he didn't overdo it and become hated. You know what I mean? We just said, there you go, thank you, and move on. But I think Mancini, you know, I just look at it. And
but has he said anything? Has he said anything? Has he said anything going back to club management though?
No, I don't think he has, but I'm just thinking, look, he's had a great run with Italy. He's just won the Euros. His stock's high.
Right on a high.
He could demand absolutely top money. He could go to Tottenham. It might not work out, and he could walk back into any club in Italy because his stock in Italy now, he's a legend. But I just think for Spurs, you've got to look at someone out the box. You've tried the Mourinho. You've tried Nuno. You've got to think, right, we're just going to be on this merry-go-round for the next 10 years unless we bite the bullet and go and grab someone we know is going to change it, the whole dynamic of the club. You only have to watch that Spurs documentary, and I've said it a long time. You only have to watch that documentary on Amazon to see that club is fucking weak, mate. I'm not even trolling. You've got people coming in the dressing room and whinging about little injuries, and that son's fucking screaming every time anyone touches him in training and all that. You're not going to get anywhere with that. You need someone to come in and just go fucking wipe the slate clean.
Turn it in and fucking.
You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. Give Tottenham an identity. At the minute, they've got no identity. It's just banter.
The problem they have
doing Yoki Koki for the next fucking 5 years.
The problem they have, like Graham Potter's a quality coach, right? That hasn't been shoehorned into a top job like Arteta because of who he sat next to, right? Graham Potter's earned his stripes. The only thing with Graham Potter is, can he go and tell Harry Kane what to do? No. Yeah, can he go and tell Son what to do? And I'd have Potter at Arsenal, but that would be my only worry with him. And the same probably with you, Tobes, right? He's a quality manager, but Nuno's a more experienced top league manager compared to Potter. So Potter's got a better playing style and he'll have the style and play that you guys want at Tottenham. But then will he be able to go into that club with his chest out and say, yo, I'm fucking Graham Potter and you lot are going to listen to me? I agree with you, Steve. I think Mancini would be brilliant. I think Conte would be brilliant. The problem is Tottenham, I don't think they can attract them to.
Facts.
They can't.
No, we can't.
Eddie Howe, Potter, people like that. That's what you're looking at.
Lee, you've hit the nail perfectly on the head, and that was my only concern with Potter in the summer, which is why I wanted someone more like a Ten Hag. Ten Hag has managed Champions League caliber players. Ten Hag probably has a bigger profile in Europe than Graham Potter. My only issue with Graham Potter was experience, not the actual theory, the actual essence of managing the team, like man-to-man management and how we play. I had no doubts whatsoever about Potter. My only issue is experience. Do you have experience of managing a team where finishing outside the top 6 or top 7 is a sackable offense? Do you have that experience? I don't think he has that experience.
No,
But
but
right
now,
but
go on, mate. Sorry.
Imagine they go and get.
But my point was, why was the club going just off Nuno's profile? You're going off Nuno's profile and his experience. Look at how both managers would affect the club. Who affects the club more positively, Graham Potter or Nuno? I literally said this in the summer. I didn't want either, but if it's the choice of the two, there's no way on earth I'm picking Nuno. There's no way on earth. And every time I said this, I was called a snob. I said, "Oh, you're snob. You're a snob. You're negative. You're this. You're that. You're all sorts of names under the sun." And now look at it.
Yeah, but Nuno should have been dropping Kane. Yeah, you won your first 3 games of the season. I don't think.
No. Again, not entirely true. We won our first game of the season without Harry Kane. The second game of the season, we were fucking terrible against Wolves. We scored a bogus penalty that wasn't even a penalty with Dele Alli, and we were battered from pillar to post for the majority of that game. If anything, we only looked better when Harry Kane came on the pitch. And then the next game, we played Watford at home. We beat them 1-0. Watford at home.
Do you know what? Just quickly, let me just shout this football capo out. Thank you very much.
Big up Neftali. That's my boy as well. Neftali's a real one.
He wanted Mourinho and Espiritu Sacco. Pressure makes diamond, but I agree with Lee. Our defense needs tightening up the arse. Do you know what? A lot has been said about Graham Potter, yeah. And we done a preview show on my channel before the Brighton game, right? And people were saying, "How are you bigging up Brighton and how are you bigging up, Graham Potter? You're Liverpool. We're Liverpool. Blah blah blah." Well, he showed it. And do you remember, Steve, when we done our show with the Man City game, and I said the way Pep formulated a plan at Anfield to play with no striker, flood the midfield and overrun us in midfield. He'd done that with inferior players. So I salute Graham Potter. He studied that system, Steve, and he brought it to Anfield. And you know what? The big dogs at the back, they didn't know what to do. They didn't have no one to mark. Virgil and Konate were looking at each other, and it's one of the few times where Klopp got out-mastered, in my humble opinion. Now, people will be saying, "No, you can't say that." I've just said it, and I'll say it again. That masterclass, and I call it a masterclass because we're flying. We've just won 5-0, gone to Atletico 1, beat Man United 5-0. We got unstuck, and I think Graham Potter. I think Lee rates him. I think Saeed. I think we all rate him. I think we all got time for him. I think he's very, very underrated. I totally agree with Lee, though, about has he got it in him? Has he got that capacity to go to a club and take on the big players? Because he's never done that. That's the only one question. I don't know, guys. How do we work that out if he's got it or not until he's put in at the deep end? I don't know. What do you guys think about that?
The thing is for me though, is what is Tottenham's prerogative in terms of? I think for me, I know Lee talks about winning.
They don't know. They don't know what their fucking prerogative is.
Yeah, I know.
They don't.
I've triggered him now. I've triggered him.
What their prerogative is.
Yeah, I think it's for establishing what the identity of Tottenham is, then having a style of play, then gearing towards trophies and then going there.
But Saeed, their fans don't even know what they want because they're so starved of success that they think Poch overachieved at their football club. He won nothing. He won nothing.
We're not doing this again, Lee. We're not doing this again. Not now.
Toby, he won nothing.
Stop it. We're not doing this again.
He didn't win anything.
To the position that you are in. We're not doing this again, Lee. No,
okay, but the position you were in was a 2-horse race and you came first.
Put a muzzle on Lee because he's going to go off on
Let me address Mr. Yak for the super chat. Thank you very much. Tactical Tommy this, tactical Tommy that.
Let's wow, he's triggered you though. He's triggered you at least.
Time to step into the light, big dog. But listen, at the end of the day, Chelsea are on top of the league, so no one can say anything to them. Yeah. But to call Jurgen Klopp, exactly, Jurgen Klopp, like he's 23 games unbeaten. Like I don't know what. And
Only team in the league unbeaten.
we're through to the Champions League,
Yeah.
the only team that's through. So I mean, it's
Oh,
a bit
you're
harsh
through as
on
well,
Jurgen
Champions
Klopp.
League.
Yeah, we're already through, man. We're already through.
Yeah,
Three
they
games out of three.
don't do this Man United rubbish, bro. Like leave, like go Europa
man.
League stage. You know
But
what I mean?
listen,
Arsenal, were they? Yeah.
but you know,
Yeah.
Jurgen Klopp. Yeah. Listen, you can type in Jurgen Klopp all day long, man. You know what I mean? It won't change a thing at Liverpool, man. But listen, it is what it is.
Why are
Chelsea,
they coming out for you, though, Chris? Why what is it with the Liverpool fan base? Are they like, have they got a kind of entitlementship of like, you know, they want to see good football all the time. They don't want to see drop points. Is it a case of, because you know what it is, I get it with Liverpool fans, because you don't really necessarily win the FA Cup, the Carabao Cups, you know, the other kind of cups. It's only Premier League and Champions League. So maybe they're thinking, you know what, man, if we don't win this Premier League, man, you're going to winning nothing. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Maybe they're a bit kind of like agitated.
So look,
insecure, someone said there. Yeah.
I tell you what it is. I done a tweet today, and you know, because we've set the standards so high, like Steve spoke about one defeat in 5 years in the Carabao Cup. Well, we went 2 seasons with one defeat, like literally 2 defeats. Sorry, literally. So we've set our standards so high that even a draw, very capable Brighton. Don't get me wrong, Brighton are 5th for a reason. I think they're 5th. I don't know if they're still 5th. I'm sure 7th, right?
Yeah, they were 5th before that game.
Yeah, so there's no doubt about it. Like, we were absolute shit after the first 15-20 minutes, where I thought this is going to be a bad Halloween for Brighton, because this was looking 4-5-0. Yeah, I don't know, whatever happened, we shit the bed, or people saying, we were tired, or whatever the excuses are. Whatever, there's no excuses. Any top team that's 2-0 up, don't fucking drop points. But as Steve says, in my opinion, we should have lost that. I'm here to say
they played you off the park.
I'm here to
they
say
were quality.
I'm here to say it. I'm not denying it. Exactly. A lot of people are saying, "Oh no, we were unlucky." Nah, mate, they played us off the park.
They didn't even have a striker in their team.
But this is it. The way they played, they watched that City game.
Yeah.
They watched that City game very carefully, and he proper took on that plan. Saeed, I know you're trying to bait me into a, you know what I mean? Yeah, you know what I mean? Into something that
I'm not baiting you, but I feel like
you are.
you know what it is? Yeah, no,
I think it's, but we discussed this in the day.
Yeah, no, I was thinking, because you know what it is.
Social media fans have got this sense of entitlement suddenly, that they think everything has to be perfect. Otherwise, they're allowed to type words on a keyboard and just put it out there and say, yeah, what? Look what I said. Nah, man, football doesn't work like that. There is no such thing as perfection. Yeah, Man City have been the closest to perfection. Like in recent weeks, we've been saying purring. They fucking go and lose to Crystal Palace. Chelsea, do you remember when they played Man City? We were talking about Chelsea being the fucking big boys. Man City went there and walked through them. Shit happens, but we still didn't lose. Even though Lee says, and I agree with Lee, they outplayed us, but we stuck in there, and we move on. If we get a good win against West Ham next week, which is probably, West Ham are probably one of the big boys now.
That'll be a massive game.
It is.
That'll be massive. Then you've got Arsenal.
Couple of super
chats.
Well,
no, that's a standard win, mate. Because if we go 2-0 down at Anfield, we'll be like a cockroach on its back, dying, mate. The legs will be up. Give us 5. I got 5 on it. Listen, because trust me, we ain't coming back from 2-0 down like Brighton did, mate.
people talk about managers. Nicholas, thank you for the super chat. Spurs' biggest problem is never replacing Eriksen. Top 3 CM in the past decade. Needs more probably. My Danish brother Saeed.
The thing is, Chris, as well, what you were saying before about Brighton, we done them last week 4-1 at Brighton, and then they've come to Anfield there, switched it up a bit, got a result. Palace was seconds away from winning at Arsenal. They've won at the Etihad. The league is mad. The thing is, the league, when they say it's the best league in the world, and people say, no, it isn't, it's getting like this because City, Liverpool, but it literally is, because even them teams all down the bottom end and all that can pull out results. You can't get a coupon up in the Premier League at the minute. It's mental.
No,
it's impossible. Money making Mitch.
You've got to big up because a lot of those smaller teams now have got dough. You know what I mean? People are spending money left, right, and centre. So that argument's flawed. And at the end of the day, you know, the Premier League is going to go right the way to the wire. And I just think it's going to be twists, turns. And and like from City point of view, we just keep going, and that's we it's proved right for us. We've kept going to the end a few times, and we pipped Liverpool, we pipped United, and won the league. You just got to keep going. These results happen. Don't panic. And like you say, you know, Man City fans and Liverpool fans at the minute, I don't think we'd swap our teams for anyone.
No doubt. But I'll tell you who I would swap in for quite a few of our midfielders is this fella. Money Making Mitch says, thank you for the super chat. Basuma boss that midfield, walks into every team in the league. Absolute baller. I don't know why we paid 50 for Ben White when Basuma's who we need.
Mate, he'll ignore you if you
lads, I don't know if you saw the game, right? This guy hasn't played in weeks. He had half an hour.
Crazy.
He had half an hour against Leicester.
So he bust case then? Did he bust case? Man, like
we don't want to get into that. We don't want to get into that because we don't know what going right. But
you know what I mean? Look at the player words there, man. Basuma bust his case.
But listen, are we in all agreement? Are we all in all agreement that he walks into all our teams?
That's the only 50 mil we should have been dropping Brighton. That's what I mean.
I think the only team he doesn't walk into is probably City and maybe Liverpool. And yeah, I don't think he walks.
Liverpool gets in.
He walks into my squad like that.
He'd be good for United.
He'd be a monster for United and Arsenal. Absolute monster.
He don't walk into Liverpool's and City's first 11, but he walks into United's first 11, and he literally moonwalks into Spurs' starting 11.
He crawls into
and Arsenal's as well.
I rate him highly, mate. He bossed us. He toyed with us last night, yesterday, and even his partner
better with his passing range as well. In the last 12 to 18 months, his passing's got so much better. Like he used to be clumsy with his passing and do stupidness, but
are you bringing that comment on?
Pure mistake. Pure mistake.
They're not in my league, man. I don't hate on people who are not in my league, man.
Pure mistake.
Yeah.
Antio Chill says,
this chat's going mad, man.
Yeah, we're going to wrap it up now anyway. I just need to read these super chats out.
These bots are hilarious, man.
Only unbeaten team in the Premier League. Need a midfielder, though. We are an ox injury away from fielding more than
I shouldn't laugh.
Kanate is a T100, though. Where's the other super chat, man? I missed it. But yeah, we'll talk about
your mods, mate. What are your mods on, man? They're shit.
Bro, Grizz, put your thing on slow mode. Honestly.
No, the slow mode. We're wrapping this up, man.
Don't put it on slow mode. Yeah, trust me. You lot that put it on slow mode are costing yourselves. Trust me.
Mr. Dare I Say It Drift, who's got my brother Callum's picture up. I don't know why people do this shit, but okay, thank you for the super chat. You can't win the EPL with draws to Brighton and Brentford, apart from a lucky goal and poor defending from the midfield. Brighton didn't really cause us problems. I think they did, man. I disagree with you, man. I
like the way that your background, there's a crown on my head, look.
Yes. Look at that.
I was going to say that, man.
Can we just keep that there?
The champions get the crown in it. Look at that bastard there.
Can we just keep that there, boy? I don't know how that worked out. But listen, we got to wrap this up because I promise you, man, it's an hour only, especially Steve. And you know what I mean? Big up yourselves for helping me out tonight, man. It's been a fucking fantastic show. I thought Toby's going to come in singing and dances because he's got rid of his manager, but same old Toby. We got a few compliments out of Lee Gunner as well. Big up. I think, you know what I mean? This is like a rarity. Lee spoke about Arsenal, boy, in a positive light. So you guys can't say he's got an agenda. He knows what he wants for his club. That's the difference.
When people say I've got an agenda, right? If I had an agenda, I wouldn't have a single person on my channel. I'd just keep it to my agenda.
No, they don't know the difference. They don't know the difference between someone who knows what he wants for his club as opposed to someone who's got an agenda.
And holding the club accountable for why they smashed a beautiful stadium down.
Exactly. Looks like Saeed's team's on the up. Ole in. Yes. Looks like he's secured Ole for the next season. And me and Steve, we go again. Steve lost. We dropped points. But we're the capable team again to go on another 20-game unbeaten run. You know what I mean? So I think it's all set up for a mad league, people. You know what I mean? And we're going to keep wrapping it up. Sort of wrapping up the weekend and see how it's gone for us every Sunday or every other Sunday, however the fixtures lay out. So it's time to peace out, people. Appreciate
man. Big up, man.
You guys are absolute heroes of mine. And I'm on chats with you guys and I'm on shows with you guys. It's fucking mad the way we're going to build up this community. But listen, this has been the firm. Someone get that video made of us, what we need, all them characters and an intro, and we're rolling. Peace out.
I'll tell